Investigators of the Germanwings plane crash say the autopilot function was reprogrammed to crash the plane on purpose. Citing audio data from the retrieved black box, French prosecutors say the co-pilot deliberately blocked the pilot out of the cockpit. Our Kwon Soa reports.
The mystery of the Germanwings plane crash may soon be solved, but the more we learn, the harder it becomes to comprehend. Investigators are now saying the co-pilot intentionally put the plane carrying 150 people on a crash course into the French Alps. Data by an aviation tracking website shows that someone reprogrammed the plane's autopilot from 38,000 feet to below 100 feet. That someone appears to be 27-year-old Andreas Lubitz, who apparently was alone in the cockpit before the crash.
The most plausible, realistic interpretation, as far as we are concerned, is that the co-pilot, through voluntary abstention, refused to open the door of the cabin for the captain.
Today, news reached us that this tragedy had gained a new, utterly incomprehensible dimension.
A possible motive surrounds the co-pilot's psychological state, as he was said to have interrupted his flying training for some months. But afterwards, he passed all the tests, including medical checks. Psychotherapists say his act must have been planned down to the smallest detail. In fact, investigations point to the fact that Lubitz was breathing steadily before the crash. So far, officials say there was no indication it was a terror act. People who knew Lubitz say he was an ordinary person whose longtime dream was to become a pilot.
I cannot imagine that he has done it with intention. This does not fit in this picture I have from him.
Many airlines have responded quickly to the tragedy, introducing strict two-person cockpit rules.
Currently, there is not the requirement to have two members in the cabin. After this order, there will be a requirement to have two members in the cabin.
Back in the Alps, where recovery efforts are continuing in harsh conditions, special flights and buses are taking the families of the victims as close as possible to their loved ones. Kwon Soa, Arirang News.